It's my great pleasure to welcome once again back to the show Rob Krantz, who you're active over in Lake County, like busy all the time. Like you're in shows, you're directing shows, and you spin a lot of plates.
Well, let's not go too overboard.
Yeah.
But I've mainly done community theater in Lake County. I think actually the last time I did a show, and actually the last time I was here was almost a year ago, promoting an adult evening at Shel Silverstein, which was at Crown Point Community Theater.
Right, and that was kind of that was a collaborative project between Crown Point Community Theater and
Valpo
Theatrical Company. You're here today basically to promote another project that's kind of near and dear to your heart, because I know you did like the evening with Orson Welles and but you have started doing fundraisers, kind of live radio shows for different not-for-profit groups.
Basically, this is, I'm probably the only show on today that's not part of NEDA, but I do thank you for taking the time let me talk about. But this production I'm doing, this is a benefit show I'm doing with the Cedar Lake Council, the Knights of Columbus. This is the 7th show that we've been doing. This year we're doing Sherlock Holmes on the air, and basically community theater actors, which is about a cast of 6 this year, we're recreating 2 episodes of the Basil Rathbone, Nigel Bruce radio show that aired from the 1930s and 40s, and they were appearing in movies simultaneously at that time. They were like the
busy guys.
They were like the Benedict Cumberbatch, Martin Freeman of the 30s and 40s. They were the Sherlock Holmes.
They're the ones that I remember from the Sunday movie on like WGN and stuff. Or if you saw an old Sherlock Holmes movie on Family Classics, it was always with
Basil Rathbone
and Nigel Bruce.
So this is great, and so again we're going back to the radio show format, as you just mentioned. Occasionally we've done actual stage plays with staging and stuff, but we don't do it too often because I'm sure, unlike the real theater groups in the area, we don't really have money to work with because we're a fundraising group, we're a charity group. So like a couple years ago we did a stage play called Theater of Mystery and Terror, and basically it was furniture and a curtain in one of the tiles. So we don't have much money to build sets. But this year we went back to the
that's kind of not
format.
The point. The point is to give people an evening of entertainment, and then the proceeds go to
charity.
To charity.
This year the charities are the cast picked Make-A-Wish Foundation and the National Alliance on Mental Illness. This was suggested by somebody last year, and I decided to look back into it. And basically what this show is a group of 6 actors are recreating the 2 episodes of the radio show on stage. So it's like you're walking into the hall and you're looking on stage and you see microphones and a sound effects person. It's like you're at the radio station as it's airing. And we've got a great cast. This show is going to be 2 performances. It's going to be Friday, December 15th at 7 p.m. and then Sunday, December 17th at 2 p.m. So you get an evening performance and a matinee. And concessions are available, and we might, I don't know if I should promote this, but we might have our special bar open where you can get a nice drink or a soft drink or something as well.
How long have you been kind of thinking about this? Because you're a performer and you're a director with this, right?
I'm directing it, and I ended up, not out of egotism, I ended up casting myself as Sherlock Holmes. But how I came about doing the show is I couldn't decide whether I wanted to go back to doing another radio show or a stage show. So I talked to 2 people, one of them who's doing the show, and they wanted to go back to doing the radio show like we did last year. So I said, okay. So I thought about, I've always wanted to do, maybe recreate Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes keeps coming back to these benefit shows in one format or another. And I decided let's go ahead and do that. And I'll see how it goes, because I think this is maybe the 4th time we've done a show somehow involving Sherlock Holmes. The first radio show I did was called Radio Days, where we did 4 shows. We did Suspense, we did Sherlock Holmes, we did Abbott and Costello, and we used one of those scripts for that one. And then the next year we did an actual stage play of 2 Sherlock Holmes one-acts. One of them was The Case of the Crown Diamond that Sherlock Holmes writer Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wrote back in 1910, and Grant Fitch was our Sherlock Holmes in that production, and Jordan Parsons was our Dr. Watson. And a couple years later, Grant's like, why don't we do it again? And I don't like to redo the same shows because I felt like I've done it. Let somebody else do it. But I thought, well, why don't we take Crown Diamond, which seemed to be the popular of the two, maybe I'll find another horror one act, which I did, and we created Theater of Mystery and Terror, and that other one act was Telltale Heart, so we created a new program out of it.
Yeah.
He came back, and we're doing this one here for this year.
Yeah. You kind of go through a process of selecting what you want to do, and then also the charity that it's going to benefit.
Yeah.
You've got 6 performers. And 2 chances that people can come out and see this.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know it's a bit of a competitive time of year. I didn't realize how many community theater shows are doing shows that weekend. But
well, I mean, if you're getting volunteer actors, maybe the radio show is the way to go because there's less script preparation. I mean, they can have script in hands like they used to back in the day.
Yeah.
So it does kind of cut out that chunk where you got to do blocking and choreography and all of that.
And plus,
it's not.
This isn't a Christmas show, so if you're all Christmased or holidayed out, this is a breath of fresh air. I suppose.
Yes, perfect substitute for that.
I was lucky. I got Will Milhans, who's really respected and loved in community theater, to play Dr. Watson. And my gosh, he could have done any of the other community theater shows
going on. But he chose you.
Yeah, so that's an honor to have him do that. And he's terrific as Watson. He does Nigel Bruce excellent. He's great. And we also got Michael Puente, who's a reporter at WBEZ. He's playing our announcer.
Oh, okay.
And a couple other people. Jordan Parson, who I always call my regular, is back with me in this production. And then my very good friend Dan Janik, who's been in almost every single one of these productions, is in it too. And he brought a new friend along that hasn't done community theater before, and he's having a ball, and he's excellent. He plays the villain in both scripts, and his name's Jerry Jackson. And we've been having a great time rehearsing this. And we had a rehearsal last night. We rehearse once a week, and we started wearing our costumes, and it's like a new ball game. Everyone brought in.
So you're wearing costumes even though it's a radio show?
Yeah, well, we're wearing like period clothes, like suits and stuff. Like if you're like, I'm not actually wearing like the deer stalker, and Will's not wearing a bowler hat and stuff, but we're wearing like suits and nice dress codes.
Sure.
I looked in a lot of pictures from radio shows from the past, and they all seem to kind of dressed up. All the actors kind of dressed up.
Yeah.
If anyone's interested in checking out Sherlock Holmes on the Air, it's going to be Friday, December 15th at 7 p.m. and Sunday, December 17th at 2 p.m. It's going to be at the Marion Council 3840 Hall, 13039 Wicker Avenue in Cedar Lake. Concessions are available. You can get popcorn, and we're talking about bringing back our Goodwill Bake Sale where the cast brings in, homemade baked goods or what have you, and we got a little jar you can put money into and take whatever you want. I'll see if we can get our bar open to have a nice, good time. And the proceeds are going to benefit Make-A-Wish Foundation and NAMI, which is the National Alliance of Mental Illness. Now, as for tickets, we usually do it at the door. And again, this is being presented with the Cedar Lake Council of the Knights of Columbus. Sherlock Holmes on the Air. You can see actors recreate 2 mystery tales in the style of the 1930s 1940s radio show, and tickets are $8 for adults, and kids 12 and under are $4. So $8 for adults, and kids 12 and under are $4. I think that's a pretty good price. It's better than, I guess, going to the movies and paying $10, $9, $11, I guess. But yeah, this is great. Like I said, we got a great cast. We got 6 excellent people, and it's going to be a great show. It's a good fundraiser. It's for a good cause, and hope people come check it out. So you got 2 chances to check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to kind of recap, this is going on the 15th and the 16th? 17th. Friday,
Sunday.
Friday, Sunday.
No Saturday performance.
Well, yeah, because the Knights of Columbus have a whole lot going on.
Oh yeah, that's another problem with doing these shows is that the hall gets used for weddings and other events, and it'd be weird to have somebody walk in and see a set of microphones on stage and like, what is going on in here? So we have to compete with what events are. Well,
I think that's sometimes the case with Lark and CL too. Like they don't do shows certain nights because they have other events going on at Great Oaks.